the one other thing that's I think very interesting is, and that's why luxury is so healthy. Luxury travel is so healthy. It is not something that you do once or once a year and then you're satisfied. It's sort of it's addictive, right? And it's addictive. You had one great experience with your family. You're already planning the next two. It's not like buying a sports car and then it's diminishing returns. Even though I have a few friends here who own a lot of cars, and I always wonder, why would you really get so much out of owning, the 10th car? But I think these are the outliers mostly with the physical goods, and we see that a little bit when we look at the earnings calls and the results that some of the luxury companies have posted over the last year or so. They're struggling a little bit. Not all the brands. Some are doing really really well, but some of them are struggling because people are not quite as excited about handbag number 18, car number 7, watch number 10, right? Um, and travel is just very different. It works very differently. You're having one amazing experience, and you're literally already thinking about the next, right? So this demand wheel just continues um, to spin, and that's what's driving a lot of the demand from our perspective.
Well, also, do you think it is a demographic shift? Because obviously, boomers had lots of consumption around things, whether it was house, car, whatever the case might be, whereas millennials are more into experiences as opposed to owning things. Also, COVID introduced a totally new mindset because all of a sudden, post pandemic, people had realized that life, unfortunately, can take many different turns. So experiences were important. Have you seen any other event that would have caused this spike in travel?
No, I think that is for sure one of the major reasons that triggered some of what we're seeing now, right? Initially, there was revenge travel where people were just paying whatever to go wherever almost. That's I think that's flattened out a little bit. That's softer now. But people are not postponing these bucket list trips as much. They're really going for them because the pandemic has changed the way we think about the near term future and what might happen. So yes, I think that for sure is a big one. You're right. Also, the boomers are still huge spenders, right? They're healthier and still traveling strong. But then right behind, you have the next generations all the way to millennials and even Gen Z. Now starting to influence where certain trips go and where to stay. So what's interesting there as well is we see that they start spending on really nice hotels and travel much earlier, right? They're not wealthy yet, but they're already spending more versus a Gen X um, who, in general terms, waited much longer until they were truly wealthy and had savings in the bank and owned their first house and then started to really indulge and splurge on luxury travel. The younger generations are doing it maybe not 10 times a year, but they're doing it on a regular basis already at a pretty young age, even though as a percentage of income they're not as wealthy yet, right? So we're seeing that, and that is all without this massive transfer of wealth fully having happened yet, because that's also coming now. Obviously, the biggest transfer of wealth is coming over the next 20 years or so from the boomers into the younger generations. That's going to be huge. A lot of it, from what I'm reading, is going to go into female hands who are major drivers and decision makers of hotel choices, travel and hotel decision making. So it's going to continue to fuel even more activity from these younger generations. Yeah.